Hello folks, welcome back to Final Fantasy IX. Hello or welcome back. I be Fuzzfinger and you be watching Final Fantasy IX, my complete video game walkthrough. This is episode 4. So we have just left the ship. We now have Steiner and Vivi in our party, all ready to go. We are going to be rescuing the princess, and we're just going to begin by doing something that we didn't do at the end of the last episode, which was access the Mognet. So there is a letter for Zidane. So we'll go ahead and read that from Ruby to Zidane. If you remember, Ruby was the girl that was stressed that we left her behind earlier on in one of the previous episodes. So she says, Zidane, are you alright? I'm doing good. I met an interesting stranger in Alexandria today. I'll tell you more soon. P.S. Tell the boys in Tantalus I said hi. Just make sure there's nothing else. Same thing. Okay, that'll do. We don't need to use a tent. Although we probably could do with throwing a couple of potions onto Zidane here. Now, Steiner and Vivi are still only level 1, and we do have a boss battle approaching. Sadly, we cannot do anything about that. In the sense of their levels, because there's no random encounters at this point. At least none that I'm aware of. So we'll just run through to the next section and see what's going down. We've got an active time event, so we'll go straight ahead and witness this. So a bit of Final Fantasy nostalgia for you here with this orchestra music. So this is definitely taken from Final Fantasy VIII. No, not Final Fantasy VIII, Final Fantasy VII in fact. When Cloud is training to be a... he's in the... I'm trying to think what it is. He's in Junon, isn't he? Yeah, he's in Junon, he's practising for the President's arrival, dressed up in costume. That's it, I remember. Well, I guess they like Final Fantasy VII too. So, Baku's going to take a look around. Hopefully he won't put himself in danger. So, anyway. We'll just continue on up here. Up here, down here, wherever it wants to put us. Okay, so that river goes somewhere, but Zidane wants to know where, but doesn't know. So we'll just continue on up for now. Just make sure that we're not missing any items, though I don't think there's anything down here. There is a Moogle. And we've got another active time event. And it's one that I didn't actually get a choice to access then. It was forced upon us. Are you sure about this? Yeah, don't worry, we'll be out of here soon too. Here, take this map. It's going to be a long trip back to Limblum. Alright, I'll see you later. I didn't need to use those potions. I forgot about this thing, but... you can actually use it to replenish your health if you can just line up with the exclamation point. HP and MP fully restored. Again, we can use the magnet. This time we can give Monty, this is Monty, the letter that we were given right at the start of the game by Kupo. I think Queen Brine is up to something. Yes, I think that too. But I suspect Princess Garnet even more. Kupo. She might leave home soon with a prince on a white horse. Maybe it's just my imagination. Princess Garnet, didn't she just... never mind, Kupo. Make sure there's nothing else. No. Ah, we have got another letter. I'm in a very cold place right now. It's really strange. Wasn't like this last time I came here, but I guess this is why I travel, to encounter the unexpected. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here before I get trapped in ice. A cold place? Oh, I know where he is, Kupo. There must be something strange going on. Make sure that there's nothing else. Okay, so when they say I want mail, there's nothing more interesting in the way of letters at that time. So we'll just go ahead and save before our boss battle, which is about to encroach upon us. And we can actually grind a little bit, I think. Okay, so something I've actually noticed is that when the game is paused, you can actually toggle a number of cheats on in this version of the game. And what had happened was, you can see that little icon I've just popped up on the bottom. That means there's no random encounters. And that's basically by toggling the right shoulder button, the back right shoulder button on the Xbox 360 gamepad, only when the game is paused. And I must have hit that by mistake at some point, which is why I thought there was no random encounters, but there actually is. So you can level Zidane and Steiner a little bit, which I am going to do just to prepare for the next boss fight. And then, of course, you can use this spring to heal up. It made me realise that when I saw this spring, that hang on, there's no way that there would be no enemy encounters at this point. So that's the reason for that. The annoying thing is, if you toggle the other shoulder button, you can put maximum damage on, just literally at the click of a button, which is actually quite frustrating. Don't get me wrong, I've got no problem with having those features in the game, but I do not think they should be that easily accessible. But I am going to resist the temptation to use that as we play through this entire walkthrough, and I will not be using the maximum damage, or whatever that is. I don't even know what that one is. That's the top left shoulder button. So we'll just keep all those off and just play the game normally. But I'm just going to do a little bit of grinding here to level Vivi and Steiner up to Zidane's level. Now that will be a little bit slower because the way Final Fantasy IX experience works is that it's split amongst your party members. So Zidane might have been getting 25 experience per battle before when he was on his own, but now that's going to be split for each member. But I'll join you again in just a few minutes when we are more prepared for the upcoming boss fight. Okay, so I've done a little bit of levelling, and we've got Steiner and Vivi to level 4, and Zidane also popped up a level as well. What I am going to do is, and I recommend this to all of you playing as well, is equip some silk shirts, as many as you've got really, since the next boss actually does thunder attacks, and the silk shirt protects against thunder attacks. So we'll go ahead and equip that on Zidane. And Vivi is already wearing one, so we've only got Steiner who's going to be lacking in that area. I'm just going to go ahead and save the game so that I don't lose the progress I've just made in the few levels that I've gained. And then we'll crack on into the next area. So we'll head on over. And we've got a little bit of a cutscene here. It's interesting how the FM3 cinematics don't quite match up to the quality now of the pre-rendered backgrounds themselves. You can see that slight distinct lack of quality when we switch from one to the other seamlessly. We'll head on up. And look who it is. Well, we found Princess Garnet. Right, so Vivi and, oh, it's got auto on. Try and see how we can turn that off. There we go. VV and Zidane will be taking half the damage from Thunder here, and this guy is somewhat weak to to fire. And it does inflict darkness, as you can see. And it has 900 hit points. So I doubt too much that Zidane's going to be doing a whole lot of damage here. And Minor Strike doesn't seem to do much either. So it's going to be mostly down to VV. And that physical attack's quite nasty. We've got sword magic, so we'll certainly be using the fire version of that. And there is a few things we can steal here. So we'll... Whoa, that was powerful. I was hoping to steal an Iron Helm, but I didn't expect that fire spell to do so much damage. We'll just keep an eye on their health here while we do a little bit of stealing. Okay, we've got the eye drops. There's just that one Iron Helm we can look at, so we'll just defend with Steiner for now. If we can try and keep these Thunders localised to Zidane and VV, that would be very nice of the monster for us. Okay, so we've stolen everything now. So we'll crack on with defeating this enemy. And we get the powerful fire sword in action again. And that's the end of that. So because we gained those few extra levels with our party members, Plant Brain wasn't too much of a challenge in the end. And VV has just sorted out an ability. So Garnet's not feeling too well at the minute, but fortunately we've got a portion of this concoction that was given to us on the ship. Oh great, more enemies. Right, the first thing we want to do here... by the way, we need to run at this point. But the first thing we're going to want to do as soon as we can control our characters is remove Blank's silk shirt. Since we're not going to be using him all that much, and he only pops in and out of our party when he sees fit, we're just going to change his silk shirt to a leather shirt, and that gives us an extra one into our inventory at that point. And Zidane can keep his silk shirt, that's absolutely fine. Now I'm just going to see what it was that VV learned. Oh, it was Thunder. Okay. So we'll just run at this point now. Looks like we're not avoiding this battle. Fortunately we do have Blank as well to just tip us over the edge and give us the advantage. I suppose we could throw that silk shirt onto the Steiner now, but to be honest I don't think these are going to cause us all that much aggro. And Steiner is now officially out of MP. So we'll just keep running. Make good our escape, as they say. That was one mean forest. Oh no. Yeah, now you know why I suggested that we remove his silk shirt. He's not exactly going to be needing it anymore, so... Oh, he's very upset he's Steiner with us. Very upset. I've got to say, that is one tiny tent. It must get quite cosy in there for the four of them. None of this would have happened if you and your band hadn't abducted the princess, and how dare you claim that you have rescued her. How do we plan to get out of here? Good question. I do like Steiner. He's very protective of the princess. Sounds good to me. Very good. Looks like we can all just about get on now. And we get to spend our first night together. How are you feeling, princess? Good, thanks to that medicine you gave me. Could this be... Yeah, I was surprised too. After we beat that big plant guy, the forest got completely petrified. Vivi told me that we were able to escape because of your friend. Ah, poor Blank. Yeah, his name's Blank. We must go help him. Nah, we can't do anything for him right now. Ah, so maybe Blank's not completely destroyed in his petrified state. So we did collect a map, if you remember, from the cinematic at the end of it, as we were just escaping from the final part of the forest. And it's Monty. How's Monty nowadays? I'm impressed, Kupo. First time I've ever seen anyone escape from the evil forest. You all must be strong, Kupo. But don't get cocky. It's the Han Solo of the Moogles. Lots of stronger monsters ahead. Before you go out to the world, Mogster will teach you a few things. And we get a forced active time event here, which we cannot avoid. And it involves two Moogles. One is the apprentice of the other, being taught certain things. And we already know about all this stuff. We've learned about battles and abilities and trance. And the icon that appears over the head. And we've learned about save Moogles. So we'll go ahead and choose nothing there. But, of course, you are more than welcome to select any that you want to refresh up on. We get a key item, the Moogle's flute, and that lets us call a Moogle in order to save and use a tent when we're on the world map. So there is a world map in this game, as you would expect, and we're actually just about to head over there now. Unless there's any more scenes. It's a bit patronising, isn't it? So welcome to the world map. Pretty standard affair. We use it to get from place to place. And our next destination is going to be the ice cavern, which isn't too far away, so we'll start heading there next. That's what happens every time I press pause. I accidentally press the top shoulder button, which turns the enemy encounters off, so I just need to be careful of that. Anyway, we're going to finish off here today, folks, so thanks for joining me, and please remember to like this episode and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time as we continue on with Final Fantasy IX. Bye guys, take care.